Hello, I am Elizabeth Bowen, the Executive Director of the Brookline Food Pantry. I'd like to take a few minutes to fill you in on the critical work that we have been doing here at the Pantry. As many of you know, everything changed for us at the Brookline Food Pantry in March of 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic began. Prior to the pandemic, we had been serving approximately 175 families per week at our 2 pantry locations. However, in March of 2020, all of that changed for us. Pretty much immediately, within a few weeks, we were serving up to 700 families per week. And at this time, we also decided to add services so that we could be as helpful as possible to those suffering from food insecurity. We added a 3rd pantry location at the Brookline Housing Authority units on High Street. This makes it much easier for over 100 families per week to access food from us without having to travel across Route 9, which was quite an issue, especially for those without a car. We opened that pantry in the winter of 2020. Secondly, we began making home deliveries to the elderly and those with medical issues who felt unsafe about coming out to the pantry during the pandemic. Last year, we served over 120 households with home deliveries, and now we are still serving about 60 elderly people per week who find it much easier for us to bring food to their home. And lastly, our Brookline Thrives program, which provides free, nutritious meals and snacks in backpacks every Friday for any Brookline Public School children in need, has grown so much as well. Prior to the pandemic, we were serving approximately 200 children per week. And last year, we served over 500 children per week. Even during the pandemic, when the schools went remote, we made sure the backpacks were ready and we brought them to children every Friday. We want to make sure that no child would be too hungry to read, to do homework, and to study over the weekend, and that on Monday morning, they would be ready with their peers for their virtual classes. And now I am proud to say we have added another K-8 school, the Runkle School, just last week, so that we can help even more children. And within the next 4 weeks, we will be in every Brookline public K-8 school giving food for the weekends. We are very proud of all of these accomplishments and the fact that we have been so successful in our fight against food insecurity in Brookline. We have had a tremendous amount of help from the community in terms of volunteers and monetary donations. However, we still have so much to do, and we cannot afford to sit back now and just hope that things get better for those in need. As I mentioned, we have not seen the need for food assistance drop at all in the last 19 months. Recently, we have even seen some new clients come in for help as the unemployment boost expired, the SNAP boost expired, and also the eviction moratorium has ended. So many families were relying on these programs to make ends meet, and now they no longer have them. So they need to come to us to have food on their tables. Those who have been struggling with lost wages, medical issues, and financial insecurity are still struggling and continue to need our help. With your assistance, we will continue to give them the food that they need to feed their families and to make it to the next paycheck. If you are able, could you please help us to continue our fight against hunger? Helping to feed those in need is as easy as clicking the button on this email to make an online donation, or of course you may send a check to our mailing address, which is also on this email message. I thank you from the bottom of my heart if you have given before, because you have enabled us to do this important work for the past year and a half. If you can give again, we would be most grateful. With your help, we can continue to feed our neighbors and fulfill our mission that no one in Brookline goes to bed hungry. I would like to end with a thought from Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Please help us to make this world a better place, starting right here in Brookline. Thank you.